Welcome, everyone, to Hammered and Cheese, where we get hammered, and there's also going to be cheese. I am one of your hosts, the Genetic Marvel. I apologize for the tardiness. That is my fault. And below me is our Chef Boyardee's Nuts, Mr. Cole Clayton. How are you, sir?
What up, man? I got a walkable mic now and a headset. Look at me.
I mean, you're very fancy. Hey, Serge, sorry we're late. Yeah, I see the disrespect there. That's fair. That's totally reasonable. That's on me. I had to reschedule it to 9 because I had a thing, and then that took too long. So then I went.
Goddamn motherfuckers! Was it a baby shower?
It's worse. It was the memorial of Jesus' death. So it's all churchy and shit. But that's just how it is. Everyone.
Easter. That's right.
Well, Easter's next week, so. But hey,
was it not? What? I'm confused. What the fuck did you do?
Oh, you want to have this conversation?
I thought he died on Friday before Easter.
No, Easter is made up. That's a bullshit holiday. Okay.
I mean, it's all made up when you're talking to me.
Also true. So in the Bible, the one thing that Jesus said to keep doing in remembrance of him was not a birthday, was anything like that. It was the memorial of his death, which was Passover. So today is Passover, which after sundown, they give a little talk. They hand around some bread and some wine to commemorate Jesus' sacrifice as per the Passover. And then everybody goes home.
Okay, so then it wasn't 3 days that he was gone. It was like a week and a half.
No. What?
Easter's next week, bro.
Easter is made up. It just falls on a random goddamn day. It is bullshit.
It's all made up.
You're made up. That is actually factual. We're both made up. We're not even real people, everyone. That's fine. So to
Bro,
get
I think I'm gonna switch to this shit. This shit is good. Jim Beam vanilla. That shit is delicious.
And that goes with your
problem.
Yeah, well, it goes with your new homosexual tendencies and everything. So it just,
that's why everything I do gotta be gay. Can't you just love that I like something? I mean, God damn!
Right, I'll give you
I swear to God, you're gay for liking stuff. God, that's not like Bill Burr.
Well, also technically, you gave me shit for drinking beer and not whiskey earlier, and now you've added vanilla to your whiskey. So I'm pretty sure you lose on that one. That's just, But I've had it before. It's tasty. Don't get me wrong. So, welcome everyone. We are cooking leek, bacon, and potato soup. For now, we're just drinking, getting things rolling because we're cool like that.
Leaky bacon soup.
Well, so this is Victoria's recipe, and she provided it to me, and I passed it on to you. So Victoria's like, "Where's the soup?" Immediately. She's very impatient.
So it just started.
I mean, we're 3 minutes in. The soup is coming. Just everybody calm down. There's no reason to be all antsy in the pantsy, everyone.
Hey, just because Dino's late doesn't mean I'm going to start cooking on time.
There you go. I mean, listen, everyone, be happy. Marco's not
late to the party, so is the party.
Yeah. I mean, listen, there's a chance we'll actually get to the cooking soon because we're not talking with Marco as well. Because trust me, that's going to go everywhere. Hey, you, America, with a K. That's odd, but hey, what's up, Blue? So yeah, no, it's fun times today. Yeah. I tried on a suit that I had from a while ago, and it actually fit better. So I'm like, hey, I'm still fat, but not as fat as I was. So that's nice.
Dude, all my clothes don't fucking fit me anymore.
I know. It's you know what? It's one of those problems where people are like, "Oh, my clothes don't fit," and you're like, "Yeah, it's finally they don't fit in the right way, but it's still a pain in the ass."
No way is the right way. I gotta buy new clothes.
Yeah, I don't want to buy new clothes.
I don't either. I just got into like size 36 at the beginning of this year, and now my pants are just like, you know how you have just like all that space in your dick and your ass area when you put on big pants that are too big, just denim in your balls.
I'll be honest with you, is I don't have much space in the crotchal region, and it's quite annoying. It's quite frustrating because as my pants get smaller, the crotchal region still gets smaller. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I guess I set myself up for that one.
You did. You did. Victoria says, you looked amazing in that suit. You are contractually obliged to like me in my suits. I don't understand why you guys don't like buying clothes. That's because we are men. And men
I
don't.
don't think there's anything in vows or marriage that says that she has to like you.
Melisini Lamulu says, no, with a thumbs down. All right, sure. Like in you may. I don't know what that means, Blue, but hey, thank you for watching. We appreciate your viewership. Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind buying new clothes, but I don't like buying new clothes because I need new clothes. I like just buying clothes because I saw something nice. It's leisurely, it's enjoyable. But alternatively, the reaction is that we should be shopping constantly to support capitalism and make the economy grow. I say no. I want more durable clothes that I never have to change and I can wear them for 70 years. That's what I want.
That does sound like weight loss. Does sound like a capitalist scheme.
100%. I'm just still angry that as soon as I started losing weight, everyone started promoting body positivity. That's bullshit. I don't like that at all. It's not very nice. I feel like you're all traitors, and you betrayed me. You betrayed me in my finest hour. Horrible. But I don't know. That's just me. All right. So first things first, we are cutting up a shit ton of bacon. Dandies work. I don't know what that means, Blue. How do dandies work? Do they work? Because a fancy man is a dandy, right? I think that's right.
Sounds pretty gay.
You said a word. There's a question. I don't know what the question is, though, Blue. You're killing me here. You're killing me. I appreciate you. I do, but take the time. Take the time. Write out your full question. I'll be happy
5 second
to answer.
rule.
What's up, Ronnie? Serge says, bacon, which is, I feel like, a totally reasonable response when someone said, oh, there's bacon. You go, bacon. That's good. Victoria says, Dandy is like Oscar Wilde. I'm pretty sure he was gay. Wasn't he? That's fine.
I had a bunch of kids.
We're good, Ronnie. Thanks for coming out there, buddy. Really appreciate you. Hey, Megan, how are you? Yeah, I don't know. I like looking fancy. I don't look like looking like a dandy. That's too fancy. It's not. I don't like that. There's too much fanciness. So is this basically loaded potato soup? I wouldn't say that.
There's no cheese.
There's no cheese. There is a bit of cream at the end to just thicken it up a little bit. But it's mostly leeks. So bacon, then leeks, vegetables, and then you add in a bunch of stock and do that. What is tick? Once again, sir or ma'am, Blue, I need you to expand on this. What is the tick? I believe that is his audio because he wanted to get all fancy with a lav mic and he's walking around with headphones now. Can you imagine walking into a kitchen and all the chefs wearing headphones? Like, I would lose my mind immediately.
There's a tick?
I don't think there's a little bit of like a hum kind of thing going on, but we're working on it, everyone. Everyone calm down. Relax.
This is the first time I use this
just so you guys know, if you guys feel free to give us super chats, we are happy to take your money, and that money will go towards us making this into a studio quality type thing with like real sound people. We'll have one of those guys with the mics that hover over us and stuff. We'll happily do that. We just need money to do that. Okay, we're not unreasonable.
My goal for this show is to get into an actual like restaurant kitchen and do like an open kitchen, like at like Waffle House or something, style, and do this show in front of customers.
Absolutely, it's like a white version of teppanyaki. I like it.
What the fuck is that?
Teppanyaki is, when an Asian chef starts cooking in front of you, and then they like throw the shrimps at people.
Oh, hibachi.
Hibachi, sure. Victoria send us money. Thank you very much, Victoria. Thanks for making this soup, Dino and Cole. Hey, you're welcome. And just for that, I'll give you a special prize here. It's all the way. I got to scroll because it's all the way at the top. Where is it? There you go. There. Mwah. Thanks, hot
Do you
stuff.
do you want to talk about why we're doing this soup, or is that a no go?
Nah, let's not talk about it. We're celebrating one of Victoria's a dish that she holds fondly and dear to her heart. Blue has commented, I'm assuming they're emojis. Person blue eating spaghetti. Person blue eating spaghetti. Hey man, if you want to check out, we have a episode where we made spaghetti and meatballs, and it was 2.5 hours long. Why was it 2.5 hours long? For no goddamn reason, but it was.
Because Mike Wayne was on that episode. He's going to be back next week.
So get ready for that one. Ryan can be your sound man. I mean, I feel like that would be like throwing thermite into the mix, but you know, I'm down. I'm always down. He posted recently, I think, haven't checked out yet. Yeah, I think he did. He's doing a mental health show as well, which is fantastic. We always promote the idea of wellness through discussion. And so he's doing it with some local comedians, Michael Copenhaver, who's a close friend, who I still have not met in physical person. However, we are tight.
He's a good guy. He's one of my favorite comedians. And I mean that not like he's like funny. I mean like as comedians go, I don't typically get along with a lot of comedians because they're all dicks for the most part.
Yes.
But I love him. He's one of my besties.
Yeah. No, he's a great guy. Victoria says, why are you cooking the bacon in a pan and not a soup pot?
Because bacon goes in a pan.
Bacon you heard it here first, Victoria. Bacon goes in the pan. Blue says, what? And my answer to that, sir, is chicken butt. Then you might ask why. And the answer is chicken thigh.
I kind of knew that Victoria was gonna be overly critical of this soup, and I was kind of hoping there was gonna be ginger somewhere in this recipe. There was not.
Just so you guys know, Cole, when a recipe needs ginger, he likes to add ginger ale because
it tastes better.
Basically because he's a bad person. That's basically why. Victoria says, but you won't be able to do a proper deglaze. I mean, technically he's still able to. You just have to pour all of that into.
Okay, what is a deglaze?
That's when you would put white wine into the pan to get all that stuff on the bottom. Oh God, hold on.
I can put the wine in the pan.
Yeah, you do. Because Cole is a monster and adds ginger ale. That is also factually true. Dino and I talked about your ginger ale today. That is also factual. Stasha says, Dino, my mom is here with me and watching you. She is so happy to see you again. FYI, keep the show clean. Listen.
We're not doing that. This is our show.
Stasha, I appreciate it greatly. And tell your mom I say hello. Hi, Mom. How are you? But at the same time, keeping it clean. Listen, I've lost 250 pounds. I'm going bald. I can't do another thing, okay? I'm already drinking on the internet. I mean, I think we should just be happy I'm not doing drugs here, too. Like, feel like that's a success at this point because I am conveniently having a great day. That's fine. That's
good.
I mean, I'm also a bold-faced liar. So,
My take on that is, I'm glad your mom was watching. I appreciate it. However, we can try to keep it clean all we want. It's never going to work. That's just not who we are. Right. And then also on the top of it, like, you knew what the show was. Why would you show your mom if it needs to be clean? You know?
And Sasha says, you just made my mom smile. Well, it's my pleasure. I have been known to be a funny guy. So every once in a while, I made my cat laugh once. It's quite a feather in my hat.
What the fuck?
He may have been joking. That's fine. I think it was a laugh. It might have been. Fine. But yeah, no, it's at this point I'm you just Yeah, I'm glad I was able to make her smile. That makes me happy. You know what? In general, I just like making people smile. I think it's a good distraction from, the woes of life in general. That's just, I feel like and also too, I'm a little bit dead inside. So, I always make inappropriate jokes, which I'll tell you, it's been funny. I think it's been funny. And at least I'm big enough that nobody can do anything about it. If they get mad, it's like,
All right,
what are you going to do about it?
all right.
Nothing.
So
All right.
Victoria, here you go.
There you
I'm
go,
gonna throw it.
Victoria.
I'm throwing it
Victoria,
in the
it
pot.
has been put back into the pan, okay? Or it's put in the pot. We're making progress here. The best part is he's a real chef, people. This is what makes it funny. It makes it hilarious to me.
I mean, I'll be the first one to admit I don't know everything.
Oh, you don't know half of the things. Come on.
I know most things.
You do not know most things. You know
I know
some
most
things.
things.
I'll give you know some things. But like that's kind
You
of
know what's funny about that is you. How do I word this? You actually are surprised that I know some things. I know how
true.
you are. You're always surprised when I know something.
That's true. That is
Every time I say something, you're like, you know that?
yeah. I just asked me to ask you if you remember coming to our house for movie night because she remembers that that's a fantastic time. Listen, I loved going to your house and watching movies, Sasha. It was some of the funniest times because then I would also beat up your brother, which also very enjoyable to me. But that's because probably I'm a bad person. But in general, yeah, no, those were always fun times. Nick Tucker, I came from the soup. I stayed for the tits. See, Sasha, it's not on me. We're all
What
horrible
tits?
people. It's fine. Probably yours, Fatso. No, I'm just kidding. He's not. He's lost a lot of weight. He has, and you know what? It'd be nice if everyone complimented Cole on his losing lots of weight because he's looking
Oh, he
fantastic.
dropped compliments. Get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah, and tell him he looks pretty. Okay, he likes it.
I did it for the bitches, not y'all.
That's a lie. He doesn't talk to women ever. Okay, this is not true.
I try not to, but I do like the meaty looks like it.
Yeah, well,
Dude, I had a girl today, a chick, and she wasn't bad looking. She was probably like a 6 or like around a 6. And
like an
I was
Ohio
pulling
6 though.
I only deal in Ohio absolutes.
Yeah, you do.
So yes, Ohio 6.
Ohio
And
6.
I was pulling up to the gas pump, and she was watching me as I'm driving into like the gas pump, and she was like blowing kisses at me. I'm like, what the fuck is happening here?
Oh, she's gonna rob you. She's definitely gonna rob
Nah, she was ovulating. That's what that was.
That's fair. That is also a way that works. Yeah, we used to go to our friend's house and we would watch movies with his parents, and it was always a good time. That was, you know what? It's funny how important those kind of things are as you're growing up. Nick says, "I am fully recovered, just using a cane." Now, you know what? I would keep using the cane, make it a dapper statement, and every time somebody gets angry, just pop them right just with the cane. Hi, Nick. Hi, Victoria. What's up, Walkie Talkies? Your neat. He says, "Sup, beautiful gents." I mean, hey.
What's up, my man? How you doing?
I'm glad you're all recovered, Nick. That's fantastic. I mean, God, I still can't imagine how shitty that must have been. But sponge bath from your wife. Solid consolation, right?
So, like, what happened again? He fell down while jerking it? I forget.
I believe he was fighting a dragon. He was on a horse, full suit of armor, and the dragon bested him. But
he was wrestling. He was wrestling a dragon.
He was wrestling a dragon. There's a very good chance.
He's wrestling his dragon.
Yeah, Nick Tucker, the infamous tripod. Everyone. Yeah, that's. Walkie Talkie says, "Chilling and shit." I mean, aren't we? I feel like there's something to it that, like, I liked going out when I was younger. Especially Saturday night. Man, if you could find me at home. But now I'm like, yeah, this is where all my stuff is. I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave the house. That's it. Oh, Serge points out cane / samurai sword. Yes, 100%. I have multiple canes. I've never found a good cane with a good sword.
Why
in it,
the
though.
fuck do you have canes? How old are you actually?
I'm over 1,000, definitely.
I know.
Yeah. No, I had the. Well,
I,
I was very fat. Okay, Cole, and I used to have
damn, you're
gout.
that fat.
I was that fat. Well, no, so
You're
I did.
so fat. You needed assistance to walk.
No, but sometimes I wanted it.
That's
I'll be
why you
honest
got
with you.
fat.
Yeah,
That's why you got
I
fat.
got fat to show off my cane collection. Is basically what happened.
Were you one of those motherfuckers that rode the fucking cart at
No, no,
the grocery store? I hate those motherfuckers. I'm like, there ain't nothing really wrong with you, you fucking son of a bitch.
bro. Did I tell you what happened the other day? And I was enraged. I was fully
At
enraged
Costco?
at Costco. Yeah, because a lady walked up. So there's no lineups anywhere. Okay, everyone is at like a one person lineup. And in turn, she comes up to mine. She's like, "Hey, I just have flowers. Can I go ahead of you?" And I look at her and I say, "No, you can wait. Why? Because I don't care. And I've already stacked all my shit and I'm going through. That's fine. It's not a big deal." In turn, she looks at the cashier and she says, "Can I go ahead because I only have one thing?" The cashier says, "You have to ask him." I look at the cashier and I say, "No, she can wait."
Damn.
And the cashier goes, "Ha, ha, ha, ha," and checks her out. And the lady then
Damn.
gets out of her mobile scooter shit, walks around the cashier to swipe so she can pay, then walks all the way back, gets in her cart, and keeps on walking or rolling, grabs the flowers, and walks away. And I'm like, I will burn this Costco to the ground. I didn't want to go back, but then I forgot and I went back the next week. So it's the most convenient Costco, so it's kind of enraging.
Costco is not convenient.
I mean, I go at times
I
just
fucking
after the
hate
old
that
people.
place.
Yeah, but I go at like around 10 o'clock, which means all the old people have gone. And that way I can just I can intimidate people who don't have jobs. So, which I look like I'm fully employed. Joke's on them. I am not. But so Victoria
No,
says we have
so
bedazzled. Oh yeah, Victoria says we have a bedazzled cane too. Nick, you should make one. Don't do it, Nick. It's a trap. Serge says I got a cane made in Africa. I mean, did it help you bless the rains? That's the question. Mike Wayne says I have a bukkake cane. I don't know that those two things go together, sir.
it's a big dick.
Okay. No, Dino was the hottie of my high school and the gentle giant, a damn good man. Sasha, you're making me blush. How dare you? You should be telling people I was a local murderer and everyone cowered in fear when I entered a room. That's what I need the story I need you to tell, okay?
Sasha, his wife is
Yeah.
watching too.
Also true. You're trying to get me in trouble. Walkie talkies or need says, Cole, to be fair, we don't have fist fights for Pokemon cards at our Costco in Canada. That is also true. You could just walk in and buy them. It's ridiculous.
Yu-Gi-Oh, maybe.
Just so you know, someone actually sent me documentation of what happened with Nick Tucker when he was fighting the dragon. Cole, you want to look at your camera so you can see the picture? It's pretty important. This right there. That's what happened to Nick Tucker. I'm sorry, Nick. I couldn't resist. Mike Wayne says, Mike, you know what? You make it sound like no one knows this. Gee, oh, is that the fake Mike Wayne? That is a fake Mike Wayne. Oh, okay.
Yeah. The fake Mike Wayne.
Up the same Costco. It's very tame in comparison to most. That's also true. That's very true. Oh God, Sasha, his wife should know who I am by now. What Dino grew up with as a giant brother in my family. Also true. That is it.
Yeah. Real quick, I wanted to mention something. The reason why I have such a problem with Costco is because this is the only one in Cleveland. The next closest one is 45 minutes away in Akron. So, like, it's just every fucking Costco member and all of the entire metropolitan area coming my way. Yeah. So, it's just a bunch of dummies.
I have a total of 6 Costco's within half an hour of me.
Jesus.
And the one I go to is the closest, and it has gas, which I do prefer. The next one that has gas is quite far away. So 2 questions.
This one's got gas too. That's the other thing.
Yeah, walkie talkies are neat. Says, hey Cole, what wine are you using? That's a good question.
I'm gonna use Chardonnay.
And Victoria,
We're all specific.
that means it was $8. Victoria says, wash the
It was
leek well. There's
$4.
usually a lot of dirt stuck between the stalks, so make sure you wash it. Or eat the
Okay.
dirt; it makes you tough. That's everyone knows that. If you eat dirt, you get strong. If you got a cut, rub some dirt on it, makes you a man. That's factual.
Bro, this just got glyphosate in it. I'm fucking. I need the extra, immune system build.
That's not... Glyphosate is what kills everyone. Just so you know. And
Got Roundup and shit.
Listen, do you know how many times I had a friend because so before the pandemic, Victoria and I would go to Buffalo like for like 2 or 3 days, like just stay in a hotel and hang out. We'd go to a Cracker Barrel because we like the calm racism that's there. It's not there's a lot of black people served, there's white servers. It's a lot better than you think.
You go back home feeling poisoned.
No, but the crazy part is, like, I would have friends who'd be like, hey, can you get me some Roundup? I'm like, that's against the law. And they're like, come on. I'm like, no, still no. I'm not doing that. Yeah. Victoria says, some damn good earthy flavor.
Hey, do I use this part, Victoria? This bottom part?
You can. I think, yeah, that was the part you were supposed to cut.
Oh,
the bottom part is the better part. No. Okay. Love the calm racism. Always feel like a panda when I'm there. That is true. They do look at you. That's yeah. They're like, is that an Asian in Buffalo? That's crazy. Yeah. Victoria says, yes, you do use that part. Okay. I would cut them really small. Yeah, really thin.
I don't really use leeks much.
Well, today's your lucky day. You have a leek and a knife and soup. I mean, I couldn't make this easier for you.
I have a leak. That sounds bad.
Hi, Kim. I have go home, but wanted to text you myself. That is so lovely to see you again, and so proud of you. Bye, Kim. Have a great, wonderful drive. Safe. That didn't make sense. So have a wonderful evening. Thank you very much for stopping by. I appreciate your very kind words. It warms my cold, dead heart. And have a safe drive home. And please feel free to stop in anytime you'd like. I'm here. If you are on YouTube, like a lot of it is horrible, so careful. A lot of potty words. There's another co-host we have, Marco, significantly adds to that mix. But not that we're schlubs. But still, thank you. I appreciate it greatly. I miss you. I hope you're well.
Where is he tonight? Is he at a show or something?
He's performing. He said... he's one of those guys that goes out there and talks to people. Gross.
Right.
The elbow cam is quite disturbing. Fine.
It could be something else.
Walking, well, you never know. It's a joint. I can picture you at the border. Excuse me, sir. I can look past the guns and ammo, but round off, no pesticide in my moose loving country. That is factual. That is 100% exactly how I expected it to
be. They get freaked out by cheese and shit too. All right, so Victoria, I need your advice. What do I do? Do I dump the whole thing and grease and all out?
No.
Or do I leave the grease?
I would leave the grease. Just pick out the bacon.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
I'm asking Victoria here.
Yeah. We've made it together a couple of times.
Yeah, but isn't she the cook of the family?
Victoria says, no, leave bacon fat. It's going to be your oil to cook all the vegetables and stuff.
Got it. That's what I figured, but...
Dino, and Victoria says, Dino knows how to make soup too. Also factual. I say, can I have some soup? And I get soup. It's very simple to make. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a big soup guy. I like
not either, really.
I like a hearty stew.
I don't like stew. I don't like liquidy stews. If I'm honest, I don't like stew. I don't like soup. I don't like cereal. Yeah. Anything, if I have to eat it with a spoon, I'm kind of like, can you give me a man's meal?
I mean, yeah.
Chowder. I'm not big on that either.
I don't like chowder at all. Victoria made chowder a couple weeks ago. It was good.
I'll eat it. I'll eat it all. I don't care. But like, it's just not. So if it was my choice, I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna have soup.
Yeah, I'm still fat. I'm gonna eat it, but that doesn't
Right.
mean that I'm gonna choose it when I go out, right?
It's honestly something I want when I'm sick or like it's cold as fuck outside.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
supposed to
sure.
snow
Absolutely.
today, but it's 50 degrees instead.
See, I like soup the same way I like hot sake. If I'm cold, it warms my bones. But I'm not going to drink it in summer. That's crazy. I drink
That's the
cold
other
soup.
thing. That's why I like miso soup so much because it's like given to you as like an appetizer. Here you go. The other food that you ordered is on the way. I hate it when somebody hands me soup and they're like, "That's the meal." What the fuck is wrong with you? Where's the rest of it?
That's I'm with you. I'm with you, sir. Serge says, join the show, girl. You got this. But the answer is she does not want to have this. She's like, nope, I'm not interested in joining the show. What kind of chowder was the question? So Victoria actually did a variation. So she did this soup, but then she also added scallops and
I got this scallops.
I feel like there was something else, but I'm an idiot. So I don't
Carrots,
know.
scallops, celery, leeks, and onions. I haven't chopped. Oh, and potatoes. I
Yeah.
haven't chopped
So
potatoes or onions yet.
in
All right,
that
so
bacon,
do I just start throwing shit in here now? What do I do?
yeah. So you're gonna want to cook the leeks in that oil.
Okay.
I would throw the leeks, and then I would throw all the other vegetables too. Yeah. I added some. Oh yeah, so Hokkaido scallops, white fish, and some mini scallops. That's what it was added. It was
Ooh.
as well. It was very good. Again, I'm not a fan of chowder. Still tasty, right? Like
I
I
ain't
said,
even gonna lie. I bought uh I bought some chicken to throw in the soup for after the show,
yeah,
but I could throw the chicken in with the soup for the show. I was like, it needs
yeah.
chicken.
I mean, like it doesn't. I'll be honest with you. It's pretty solid as a soup. But yeah, if you add chicken to it as well, I would have actually. Yeah, Victoria says you can put chicken any vegetable, any protein works. Walkie Talkie says just a vegetable gangbang. That's basically what it is.
I mean, that's
No
what
wonder
Chinese
why
food
someone
is.
gained weight. Yeah, that's basically it, Serge. Yeah, that's how that
That's what
works.
Chinese food mostly is, just a vegetable gangbang.
Yeah, that's where it was invented. Yeah, Victoria says you won't really need it. It's pretty hearty. It is pretty hearty. I'll be honest with you, especially with the potatoes and everything. But yeah, no, it's Victoria didn't actually. We just added the potatoes recently, so but it definitely made it very hearty as a soup. So it works.
Is there potatoes in Chinese food? Is there potatoes in China? Is that a thing?
No, not
Or
really.
is this a Canadian special? That's
I
what I was saying.
think
I was
no.
like,
This
this
is
is very
like a
Chinese.
winter. This is a winter weather soup. Like it warms you and fills you all at the same time. And I'm from my perspective, I thought it was quite
That,
cost effective because it doesn't
that's
have
a,
any extra protein and there's a lot of potato in it, so it works.
yeah, this is honestly the cheapest meal I've made for the show in a while.
Victoria says yes, there's potatoes in Asia, but I don't believe her. I believe they import potatoes. Actually, I think one of Victoria's friends owns a New York Fries, or maybe it's one of my other friends. One of his, it's a friend of a friend owns the first New York Fries that was in Hong Kong, and they broke. He went nuts. People were
This is
crazy for New York Fries because
this is
French
the
fries aren't as cheap, right?
this is that UK coming out of her.
Yeah,
Probably should
yeah.
not call them chips.
I know. Oh, and you should hear how much she throws me under the bus when we go to the UK and she orders chips, and I'm like, "Can I have French fries?" And they're like, "You mean chips?" And I'm like, "I don't care. Just you know what I mean." Victoria says, "Yeah, it's my family friend." Oh, there we go. Yeah, New York. See, that's the thing is, what people don't understand is that potatoes aren't an enemy. Potatoes are your friend, and when you can't afford a huge amount of protein, you can get a lot of nutrients from a potato. Right? A lot of
No,
root
not for real. I'll
vegetables.
tell you that much. I fucking hate potatoes.
You hate potatoes? Oh, that's because
Not
you
a
hate the
fan.
Irish. The difference. You hate
Not,
them by
it's
proxy.
not. There's two reasons why I hate. There's more than just like I don't hate potatoes because I hate the Irish. I hate potatoes because I lived with an Irish girl for 7 years and she wanted potatoes with every fucking meal every single day. I'm like, Oh my God, potatoes don't go with breakfast. I know they have hash browns. That's still a 2 o'clock in the morning meal.
I mean, I'll kill somebody for their hash browns. So
I won't. You can have mine, bro.
what about tater tots? Come on, man. Those tater tots are 100% worth murder. No question.
I feel about potatoes the way I feel about soup. If you give it to me, I'll eat it, but it's not going to be my decision. It's not going to be my choice. Like I'm not going to be if you're leaving it up to me, there's not going to be a potato anywhere on the meal.
Yeah, no, I get that. Victoria says, "What? How do potatoes not go with breakfast?" Listen. He hates them on principle, which I listen. I can't disrespect.
I like grits. I like grits. That's what it is.
That's because you're
I'm a grit guy. I'm a grit guy. What's in the fucking South, bro? What the fuck?
Victoria says, "Just for that, if you ever visit us, we will make you a potato feast." I mean, yeah. See, that's what you get for an Asian wife. Suffering. That's how that works.
Well, I mean, it's all fair for all the ginger ale recipes I've made.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's justified. Doesn't make it nice. It's justified. Like she hates me half the time. That's because I'm a pain in the ass. It's totally reasonable, right?
Not attack it either.
Yeah, it's maybe.
So how many potatoes should I use?
I would throw in 2, maybe 3. Yeah. So every time I've had grits, they tasted like dog shit. But I
have not. Oh my God!
No, hold on.
Oh my God!
Hold on.
That's the next thing. When you come to town, that's what I'm making next time.
Yeah, that's fine. I would listen. So, truth be told, I'm not a fan of corned beef. I'm a fan of pastrami. My friend down here. Actually, no, I should probably change this to this. So there we go. My friend up here was like, "You haven't had my corned beef." Now, truth be told, I've had this discussion about beets many a time with people. They're like, "Oh, you haven't had my beets. They still taste like dirt. Beets are the worst. They're disgusting."
And to be fair, everyone says that about anything.
Right now, so in turn, he did make me corned beef, and it was fantastic. I loved it.
The best corned beef you've ever had.
Without hesitation, it was the best corned beef I ever had. I had 3, maybe 4 sandwiches, and then he cut me off because he's like, "Hey, I need some of that for tomorrow," and I was like, "Fuck you, you're not my parent." It was fine. I was his guest, so I couldn't say no. Fine. But that's why if you can make good grits, I'll happily eat them, sir. Yeah, maybe you can make it.
Delicious, Chris.
Walkie Talkies or Need jumped in and said maybe you can make them sometime. 3 or 4 of those are tiny potatoes. Yeah, it's how potatoey do you want it? I would say 3 or 4. Yeah, you have 3. That's fine.
We're going 3.
That's fine. Victoria says beets are awesome. You can't believe her though.
Why I gotta peel these things? I hate peeling potatoes.
I don't know. I don't mind peeling potatoes.
That's probably the other reason why I don't like potatoes is I just throw the potatoes in the hole. It's just eat. I don't give a fuck. Not worth it.
I'm kind of jealous. Like, there's that whole trend where people are serving like baked potatoes en masse and then like filling them with cheese and chili and stuff like that, right?
That's not a trend. That's been going on for like 50 years, bro.
No. But now it's like a food truck type shit.
They're just ripping people off. Then
I'm kind of jealous because I want to try it, but at the same time, I don't know. The problem is when you eat an entire potato as a meal, you don't feel great about yourself afterward, right? You're full, you're happy, but like you're like, but also I ate a potato as a meal. I'm not sure that's good. Even Serge is on my side. He says, "I'm not picky, but beets, nope." There you go. Listen, I'm just telling you, they taste like dirt. I don't know why they taste like dirt. I just know that they do taste like dirt. And I don't like.
They do. They have a very earthy taste.
A very earthy taste. And I'm like, listen, I'll be honest with you. If I saw somebody eating dirt on the school ground, I kicked them. I kicked them right in the face. They don't deserve to have teeth. So it's basically how that is. Just FYI. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Really appreciate you, by the way. Please make sure to like and subscribe to all of our channels, or God won't love you. That is just scientific fact. I have a direct line, and that's it. Damn it. Now I want a loaded baked potato with bacon, extra sour cream, and crumbled Doritos on top. Crumbled Doritos? You slut. That's what you are, Walkie Jockeys. You're a dirty slut. Victoria says,
I'm sorry.
We're
going to do a baked potato this summer. for the
That's,
show, for sure. 100%.
we should do a really good one with brisket.
Yeah.
Victoria says, "Have you tried beet salad with goat cheese, arugula, candied walnuts with a light lemon vinaigrette?" Yes, you made me, and it tasted like dirt.
Yeah, I love it. I love it with apples, with sliced apple on it too. Ooh, so good.
Gross.
I love a good salad.
Yeah, but I need a salad that I'm not gonna immediately like be like, now I need a food, right? Like
That's kind of how I feel too. That's the soup and salad are the same thing. Where it's like, all right, so where's dinner? Thanks for the appetizer.
this was something I explained to somebody where it's like, okay, so in Canada, in the States as well, you eat a salad and you're like, that was great. Where's the food? When I
Right.
took Victoria to Greece, I'm like, in all honesty, the whole thing was like, you ate a salad and you're like, I'm full. Like, this is fantastic. Like, because the tomatoes were from 20 feet away, right? It's not the same. It's a totally different experience. Walk Chuckers and Eat says, I held back and didn't mention added a bit of wasabi in the sour cream slut. I am a whore, good sir. You are an expensive high class escort with your wasabi, you dirty slut. Victoria says, ooh, think you would like this combo, Cole. Endives, blue cheese, spring mix, sliced pears, and a raspberry vinaigrette. That does sound delicious.
You have me with blue cheese, bro.
Yeah. I feel like that's a very refreshing salad. But once again, then I'm like, okay, can I have my steak now? That's basically how that works. Right?
Oh, with steak on it. Oh,
Oh. See, a lot of people like to put proteins on top of the salad, and I'm like, I'm okay with a chicken, but as a steak, just keep that shit separate. I'm gonna eat it, right? But I want all the
you don't
steak.
like Cobb salad?
Oh, I like a Cobb salad, but a Cobb salad has chicken. It doesn't have steak. I don't
Yes,
believe
it
that.
does. Every
Does it?
Cobb salad ever has steak on it. You can get chicken instead.
Listen, sir. Well, now I'm gonna have what goes in a traditional. This is why we have Google, just for shit like this that you say. What is in a Cobb salad? Romaine lettuce, bacon, chicken, hard-boiled eggs, avocado, blue cheese, and tomatoes. Suck it, sir. There's no beef.
I've literally sold Cobb salads, and they're always sold with steak, bro. It's like cheap frozen steak. It ain't good steak.
Okay, but you worked at a Thai restaurant run by Mexicans. It's not.
I've worked in a lot of places, like Denny's.
You worked at a place called Best Gyro, where the owner gave up on his principles. Okay, they don't need to be that tiny. It will break down.
Okay, you're not even naming the places where I got my real experience. I got a lot of my experience in fine dining.
Nobody let you in a fine dining establishment. So
I promise you,
hey, not 100%, not through the front door. You didn't get let it through the front door. We both know it. You got let in the back door.
But everybody came in through the back door.
I bet they did, you dirty whore. Serge says green leaf salad is better for you. I don't know. So I've heard a lot of good things about arugula lately. And I actually don't mind arugula, but at the same time, like I also like spinach and stuff like that. I feel like I want my salad to work twice as hard. I can't just have like basic. Well, not mind you, I do love a good Caesar. So yeah.
So
Victoria says Cobb
I don't put
salad.
soy sauce in this.
I don't believe she told you to. So no. Agree with Serge. Sup, my man? You good? Yeah.
I love your fucking patronizing, Thank you.
Me?
Yeah,
yeah, that's accurate. I patronize everyone though. That's because I'm a bad person though. That's the way I roll. Sideways.
I'm not staying for this shit.
Yeah, you will. Victoria says, "LOL, are you trying to trigger with the soy?" Yeah, that's 100% what he's trying to do.
No, I was legitimately asking because I thought this was the Chinese salad, but then I'm seeing potatoes and I'm like confused.
I'll tell you, every time he said, "I'm legitimately asking," he has not been legitimately asking.
I swear to God.
It's consistently how he will try and finagle.
That's not who I am at all. All right, so garlic. How much of this stuff in there?
Oh, I'd put a very hefty spoonful.
The all of it?
Not all of it. Like a third of it.
You're no fun.
Why am I no fun? I love garlic, sir. That's don't. Why are you bringing it over to the camera, you numbnuts? You're dripping all over the floor.
I don't give a
This is
shit.
why we can't have nice things. Could you use MSG in the soup? You can use MSG in everything because the FDA said it does not, or maybe the CDC. I don't remember, but somebody said it doesn't cause cancer. So hey, MSG
I'll
back
use
in.
I'll use MSG on your mom.
That's disgusting.
Why?
I don't think it would make it taste any better, but it'd make
Your
the
mom?
flavor pop. That's for sure. I gotta go grab beers. Hold on. Victoria
I'm
says
gonna
no
refill.
MSG required. There you go. You heard it. Said here. Hold on. Let me grab some beers.
I'm so old.
You are old. And neither of us are on camera. This is fantastic.
I know. I'm trying to
We're
fix
both
my
retarded.
studio.
Listen,
You're watching the food.
I
At least.
mean that's fair. Watch the food, everyone. Let it
That's
mesmerize you.
that's what everybody's here for.
Victoria says I never cook with MSG. That's because you're
Nobody cooks with MSG. It's just there.
you just add it afterward.
Yeah, no,
I
you're
remember
doing
like
that. You're an evil
bro,
human being.
if you talk to chefs from like like popular chefs from the 80s, they're like, bro, we hammered everything with MSG. It's delicious. You're like, yeah, that was the whole point. And then everyone's like, no, it's bad for you. And they're like, fuck. Now we gotta learn how to cook. It's bullshit.
Oh, fucking idiot.
You used MSG. Okay. Walkie Talkie Janine says, you used MSG on my mom. Tell her I said hi. And if she can buy me some Ninja Turtles.
There you go.
I mean, that's the way to every man's heart. Buy him Ninja Turtle. That's just factual. I remember I was in the hospital when I was 9 or 10. And my brother was like, hey, I'm going to go get you a gift. What do you want? My brother was in the hospital. He got a Game Boy. There were 2 Game Boys, technically one for me, one for him, but everyone got to use them. For me, I got a coloring book with Ninja Turtles because I was like, he's like, what do you want for a toy? I'm like, Ninja Turtles. And he brought me a coloring book. I'm like, what a dickhead. When Cole's family is in the hospital, he runs away.
I don't run away. I just act like I didn't.
Put him there.
I just act like I didn't get any phone calls. Oh, I didn't hear. I didn't hear the phone call.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry. My phone was on silent. I was working. I didn't have my extra phone. That's reasonable.
Right. I was working. You should get used to it. Y'all wouldn't be dying in the hospital if you had a job.
I mean, you ask too much, sir. You ask too much. All right. How are those vegetables looking, sir?
They're getting there. Still filling up my drink.
That is reasonable. Listen, it's Saturday night for everyone. You might as well enjoy your drink.
Saturday night somewhere, especially here.
I don't know. So a few years ago, someone's like, hey, when you get home from work, how many drinks do you have? And I go, 0. He's like, you don't have to lie to me, man. I'm like, I'm not lying. I don't drink by myself. And he's like, oh, I have 6. And I'm like, you might have a problem there, man. I'm like with dinner? He's like, no, right as soon as I walk in the door, I'm like, oh.
That's a problem, 6?
Is your wife okay with that? He's like, she doesn't even pay attention. I'm like, that's
probably why he's drinking so much.
I mean, that's fair. Coloring book is great for a kid, promoting career. Think about it. Yeah, but I was 10 and I was already fat. So my principles were already skewed into the form of gluttony. So I wanted toys that I could play with because coloring to me was work. Weirdly, when I was growing up, if someone was like, color this in, no. Write this down, probably not. Like I equated coloring and writing something equal parts shit. And I would always get jealous because girls color way better than guys.
It's a little gay, right? My son be loving coloring books. I'm like,
yeah,
he's gonna bring home a dude, isn't he?
Better be a rich dude. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Somebody, at least I mean, if he brings home like a dude and he's gay or whatever, like whatever, I don't care. But like it'd be cool if he could talk sports with me.
Yeah. Oh, what if your
It'd
kids
be really cool if they could both talk sports with me.
like what if well, that would be great. See, that's the thing is that's I like the old school gays who just pretended to be straight, so they liked all the straight stuff too, which I think is fair. Because you're still a man. Just because you're gay doesn't mean anything. You're still a man. Yeah. And then whenever
his vegetables are done.
Vegetables
do
are
I put bacon in now, or do I throw it in the stock now?
I would actually deglaze at this point. Would throw some wine in.
Okay. How much?
Because I'll tell you when to stop. Yeah, that should be good.
Yeah.
And essentially, what you're doing is you're looking to get all the like juicy nuggets of flavor from the actual pot to really mix in, and the alcohol will burn off. It's actually pretty good. And Victoria agrees. Deglaze first.
Okay.
Serge says, "Well, I don't like sports and guys, so yeah, I don't like sports either. Like, I will watch the Super Bowl or the World Cup,
Yay!
But I'm like,
Yay!
I don't really care.
Yeah, but you're Canadian. Y'all got no good sports. To be fair, I'll give you a pass.
Victoria said it should have been half a cup of wine, but you're good. Just heat that motherfucker up. You'll be fine.
I was listening to Gino. That's the problem.
That is also yeah, you got to be
quicker than that.
Yeah, because I will answer without knowing shit. Yeah, no. You put about 3/4 of a cup. You're fine. That's reasonable. And the best part is now you're going to drink. Yeah. No, don't add more. I would keep stirring it though, because you're getting all the.
This is such a needy soup.
It is. That's very. Listen, it's needy, so it can be meaty for you. I sent the recipe to both of you. I can't read, Victoria. Why do you keep on accusing me of such things?
You're lucky I read the fucking list, if I'm honest.
Also true. I was surprised when you sent me a picture of leeks and you're like, how many should I get? It was hands down one of the funniest things I've received.
Well, I needed to know like right then and there because I was like, this place is closing in 5 minutes.
No, that's fair.
I had to go. I had to go to the farmers market because that's the only place that serves leeks in my area. So I was like, I need to know now. They're about to close.
Unlike you, I respond very quickly when I receive a message. Serge says no person should have a huge dollar contract to play a game. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Also, my theory is this: if you play a sport and you're paid millions of dollars, if I pay a couple $100 to watch you and you fail, I want money back. Unless you win, then I full ticket price. Otherwise, no. Walkie talkies are neat. Says, could you use a bit of flour to make it thicker? So you can use cornstarch, you can use flour. What the recipe, the way that Victoria makes it is she just adds a little bit of cream at the end and it thickens it just enough. But just because you don't need it, because you already have a lot of potatoes and a lot of vegetables, and then you have the bacon, so you don't necessarily want it too thick. So cream kind of gives it a middle ground for it. You boys like baked muffins, especially when they have drugs in them. Just so you know, Megan. Feel free to send me
muffins. You don't have to put drugs in them. I'll eat a muffin.
Yeah,
especially a blueberry muffin. I fucking love a blueberry muffin.
Oh, listen, a good blueberry muffin is fucking great. Victoria says you don't need to. The potatoes are starchy, so they will help thicken everything. Good point, Victoria. Yeah, no, but a good blueberry muffin. You know what they were doing at Tim Hortons up here for a while? I think they still have it. There was a fruit explosion muffin. So you would have like a berry or blueberry or whatever, and then they would inject like jam in the middle, which is like completely like immediate diabetes. Super tasty though. Drug
I have a cinnamon toast crunch one too.
Yeah, drug muffins. I mean, I feel like everyone's like, you want a brownie or a cookie? I want a muffin. I'm a grown ass man. I don't need to be eating brownies. I'm watching my sugar.
Right.
Listen.
That's the other thing. I hate those ones where they have like the fucking like crystallized sugar over the top. I'm like, can you give
Absolutely
me a
not.
real
It's already a
man's
muffin.
meal? It's you like yeah, it's a pastry, which means it's gay enough for mine. Why are you gonna fucking make gay it up more? Like, give
See,
me a real fucking muffin.
the wild thing is that so many pastries just taste like sugar, and you don't even realize it until you try a proper pastry that has sugar, but it's mostly butter. Like that's the richness is derived from butter, and then there's a little bit of sweet.
Yeah, butter.
Serge says, "Don't make any roofie muffins." By the way, I mean I can't guarantee that. I
This
do
is
want to
good.
try. I kind of want to roofie myself just to see what happens. I think it'd be funny.
This is really good, Victoria.
Honestly, it's a great soup.
It's not even done. It just tastes good, delicious.
No. But it. That's the thing is like it smells good. It's filling. Like it hits a lot of marks that you'd be surprised because you're like it's soup. It shouldn't be that impressive. It's actually pretty impressive.
I mean, soup tastes good. I don't have a problem with the taste of soup. It's just never filling.
I'm
This will
100% with
definitely
you.
be filling.
Yeah.
This will
No.
definitely be filling.
Yeah. But yeah. So I would roofie stream. Oh, I would definitely roofie myself and do a stream of that. I do want to do mushrooms and do a stream. I think. Well, I have. I don't remember which episode it was. It was probably pretty early on. It would have been around November of 2023, maybe 2024. No, yeah, 2023. Like November 2023. One of the cooking shows we did, I was on 14 grams of mushrooms. That was fun. Because like
Have we been doing this show that long? Jesus.
we have. This is season 5, episode number 85. We're basically veterans at the.
Yeah,
That's
we've
not
almost
even.
been doing this 2 years now. Shit.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Yeah, no, I would definitely listen, Serge. You let me know when you want to, because I gotta actually place an order soon. And we'll do mushrooms on the show. I'll do mushrooms. I don't know if Cole will do mushrooms. I don't think mushrooms are okay.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
It
I'll
sounds like you.
participate, but I'm okay.
It sounds like you got a case of the being a pussy.
I just don't. The idea of hallucinogenics or whatever the fuck it does not sound cool to
Okay,
me.
but let's be honest. I feel like hallucinogenics surrounded by your family is the issue, not you taking hallucinogenics.
Well, they're moving out soon, but like this, I just and then I mean like also alone, like
Yeah.
I'll be living by myself, so like that's also another bad idea, I think. But also like look, somewhere around 5 years ago, everything gives me panic attacks. Weed, Percocets, anti-anxiety medication, just anything but alcohol gives me massive panic attacks. So I feel like acid and shrooms would be way worse.
That sounds gay.
It is gay, but it is what it is. Because I used to love Percocets back in the day, man.
Walkie talkies are Percocets are great. You guys
I
need to do an
know.
episode 100 Bonanza. Yeah, that's definitely that is. Listen, there's already Lord of the Wings in the works. That's coming soon. So trust
That's
me.
gonna be next month
Yeah.
after my birthday, which is next weekend. We're gonna start ramping up the advertising for all that and figuring out the date and everything.
What do you want for your birthday? Do I have to get you something for your birthday?
No, the fuck?
Okay, but don't be gay.
No. I legitimately believe that if you're a man and you want something for your birthday, you need to work all year to get it yourself. And
Yeah, and then
if you can't afford whatever it is you want, then you don't deserve it.
soon, 8 years later. I mean, that's fair, sir. We aren't fast. We're not even punctual today. So yeah, that's on us. But all right. Did you throw the bacon back in there?
No,
All right.
should I?
I would throw everything back in there. Is the chicken? Are you? I would chop up the chicken as well. So yeah, throw the
No
bacon in.
shit. No shit. I would chop up the chicken. I mean, the
I
chicken.
don't know.
I'm like blanching it. But I am gonna boil this. That chicken will probably cook up pretty quickly, huh?
Yeah. So you're. I would put in the stock now that like as you're throwing stuff in, and then throw in the potatoes
Throw
and
the chicken.
everything. Yeah. Throw the chicken in. Throw the everything. Serge says, "I shall gift you a training bra, Cole." He
Fuck you.
doesn't
I don't
even
have
have big
tits.
titties. He doesn't have big titties, but it's still funny because I got no titties.
I don't have any titties. I've been working on my pecs, which to no avail. But
Yeah. I kind of
those
want to
things are
come down
those are
just so we can
hard to
work.
make.
They
I can
are,
get you at the gym. Yeah, I got a free gym, bro.
bro. I like that's the thing is I feel like if I come down, we'll work out every day. We cook every day. Fuck, we'll live stream while we're driving around for your work. That's fine. I think it'll be fun.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, you might hate it, but it'll be fun. I'll
Oh,
buy
I
you good
hate
food.
everything. I
Yeah,
hate everything. You know that.
justifiably though. Everything is very easily to hate these days. It's not on you. It's just system. The system is very hateable. You know, it's just like that. Yeah, no. Can you imagine? Actually, you know what? It's funny because I still don't think you measured your arms correctly. By the way,
Probably not.
yeah,
I'm not. Anytime somebody involves counting, I'm usually wrong. So
that's fair. I'll bring a measuring tape. We'll measure you up.
that's one of my worst skills. Like if there's a how in video games you have like attributes or whatever that's like some are high and some are low. Yeah,
Yeah,
counting is my lowest form of attribute.
I don't think I've seen a game where counting is an attribute you can select. They just assume you have it. But yeah, that's
Which
fair.
is exactly why I don't have it because people assume they
That's
fucked
fair.
up. They're like, "Oh, you know how to count, right?" I'm like, "Yeah."
No. He says yes. What he means is absolutely not.
Well, most things,
Yeah,
my entire life, because like I said, I was homeschooled.
yeah,
Week, dot size, scratch T's, all that shit, quotations. Most of my
yeah,
childhood.
yeah.
So um, I learned at a very young age um, that when somebody says, "Oh, you know how to do this, right?" Did you
Yep.
say, "Yeah"? And then I'm usually pretty good at figuring it out on my feet, but counting still to this day is a no. And then every time, without fail, somebody's like, "You fucking dumbass! You fucking counted this wrong." I'm like, "No, I did it. You counted it wrong. You told me wrong." Every time, and I just like deflect it, and make it somebody else's problem.
I would go mental working with you
Oh yeah,
because
work is a very effusive situation for me. For
yeah,
most people, not me, everyone else.
yeah. See, I'm very much where I will protect my coworker, but once the boss leaves, I'm gonna punch you in the back of the head. Be like, stop being stupid, you fuck! You're ruining my day. That's what I mean. Like, I'll back you up and be like, no, we both counted. It was right. I don't know what happened.
No, it's
Right?
funny because it's funny. Okay, so two things. I work in carpet, and that was like there's a lot of math in carpet. Okay, believe it or not. And my boss was just like stunned because we were friends before I got into that business, and so he was like, "I don't think I want to be your friend anymore, just based off of like how dumb you are." And I was like, "That's fair,"
Yeah.
but also like I'm actually really good at math. I'm great at math. I'm
Yeah.
not good at counting. It's just counting. I know that sounds weird. Like I'll get the math right, but I won't have the right numbers involved in the formula.
Victoria says that does not compute. She is correct.
100%. That's exactly. You're right.
So
I don't compete.
one of our viewers actually sent us a picture of it was your avatar in a game that you played recently. Do you want to see it?
Sure.
Yeah, look at the camera.
Look at who that intellect, dumbass. I'm smart. I just don't know how to count.
Victoria says, "How are you good at math and bad at counting?" Because
I'm really good at math because I know how to do the math. I just don't know how to do the counting.
also,
If I need to count, you're fucked. If you just need me to do math real quick, if somebody's like, "Oh, what's this divided by that?" I'm like, this number." But if you need me to figure out how much of something is in front of me, yeah, we're all fucked.
listen, I just want to point out that Serge's comment is the winner here, and it says Cole is not good at laying carpet.
I'm good at the carpet part, just not the counting.
Not making sure it's the proper size. So he'll give you a good landing strip, maybe a unicorn, not filling up the room though. That's not one of the options.
There's a reason I've never done a threesome. Okay, it's too many.
The logistics are off.
I cannot count that high. 1, 2. That's simple. After that, come on. You're doing too much.
I feel like it would also be, hey, I already did this. Oh, again? This is ridiculous. Yeah.
Thanks. All right. So now the soup is doing its thing. I had a lid for it. I don't know where it went.
I mean, that's also fair. Did you throw the potatoes in there too?
Yeah.
All right. So everything's
in there. Where's the lid to the ceramic pot? Do you know? Can you hear me from this far away?
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't know where your lid is. I don't know why you're asking me.
No, I was just wondering if this microphone was actually working, and it is.
Yeah, no, still worked. Victoria says, okay, so how do you keep track when you exercise, Cole? That requires counting. Technically, you just work out until it hurts, and then you stop. And then you give it a minute, and then you do it again, and you work out until it hurts, and then you stop.
That's not what I do. I do count to 12. But I gotta be honest with you, there's no guarantee that I do. Sometimes I'll like stop for a second, I'll be like, or no, I'll stop counting and start thinking, and that's the problem. I'm an overthinker. I'll get in the middle of, I'll start counting, and then I do this with reading books too. I'm actually a really bad reader too. If counting is my lowest, attribute reading is my next, like just above that. But so like I'll start counting something. If I have to count like more than very much, I'll go into my brain, and my brain will just like go off into the clouds and then just start doing it. And then I'll come back and I'll be like 97, 98. Wait, whoa! I'm supposed to go to 12. How did I get to 97?
I believe that term is ADHD. That's how that
100% really badly. I do that with reading because I'll read a whole page and then be like, what the fuck just happened? Because like I started thinking about something way more interesting than whatever's in the book.
So like, listen,
I read The Hobbit and have no idea what happened in that book. I read the entire Hobbit. I read the entire Bible. Both books were the same, if you ask me.
Just so you know, congratulations, Victoria is being mean to you like she is to me. So she's commented, can we just acknowledge maybe homeschooling wasn't that effective?
Oh, I've been saying that.
Yeah. Serge says, or if you have my job, I'm overworked while watching coworkers act like snails. Isn't that, you know what, Serge? Like, so as a lifelong fatso, I was always enraged when I would hear thin people or people who were in like great shape be like, you can't do that. That's too much work. And I would look at them and be like, why are you so sad? Like, be more productive.
What a pussy.
And they would be like, how do you do it? And I'm like, because I'm better than you and I'm fat. And that would enrage them quite a bit. I enjoyed it a lot. And I did it a lot.
That like, is not, you're just like me, Dio. Because like I'm like, I just go into my happy place and forget. Like I can turn my brain off and just go into autopilot mode. And then I do that with driving all the time.
Like I like this is one thing. So I remember I was an associate and another associate talked too much and he kind of was like, I'm so great, but he was also like 5'4", but he was in good shape. He kind of looked like a gymnast, but not skilled like a gymnast, right? And he was also a ginger, which is a big strike.
Dude.
Yeah, I know. And it turns out that word got around that I was handling the investment files and the credit files for my advisors. And that got back to his advisor. And his advisor called me out in front of 10 people. It was like, hey, I want to point out some bullshit. I'm like, okay. Now, granted, I'm the biggest guy out of all of the people. All the associates, advisors, doesn't matter. I'm the biggest. And he puts a finger on my face. He's like, I heard that you do investment and you do the credit stuff. I'm like, yeah, all of it. That's correct. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah. He's like, my guy doesn't even touch the credit stuff. I'm like, well, you should train him better. That's 100% factual. Yeah. And then that little guy cornered me and was like, hey, man, you can't be saying that shit. They're going to ask for too much work. And I'm like, why are you such a bitch? He didn't like talking to me after that.
Okay, but to be fair,
yeah,
I don't want too much work. I'm never going to ask for more work that isn't necessary. But I like at the same time, like what needs to be done, I can do no matter what. But I hate it when somebody's like, "This stuff needs to be." It's like that doesn't need to be done. I promise you. Like, worry about less stuff.
Okay, so Serge says, "Hey, now I got a blood red beard." Yeah, but you are a man. Okay, this was a boy pretending to be a man. Right? There's a difference. See, listen. This is the truth, Serge.
I'm a copper beard too.
Gingers, yeah, gingers have one stage of life that they can be respected is supermodel and bearded man. Those are the two. Anything else?
Oh, there's one more.
Complete disrespect.
There's one more.
What is that?
Andy Dalton, the quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay, but he can grow a beard, can't he?
Yeah, this is a good beard too.
So there you go. Let's calm down. He can choose not to grow a beard, but every once in a while he's got to remind people, "Hey, I'm a fucking man. Here's my beard." Right?
That was the most beautiful ginger I've ever seen, and it was a man. That's the crazy part. I was like, "What the fuck?"
I mean, Angie Everhart. Let's calm down.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you haven't lived, my friend.
No, there's a difference between a ginger and a redhead, though.
Yeah. No, she had freckles and everything.
Oh shit.
Yeah. No, she was full ginger, but smoking hot. Like, let's put it this way: you look at her and go, like, she's probably gonna kill me. Might still be worth it.
I mean, I assume that with every woman.
Yeah, well, you do have a type, so that's fair. All right, how's that soup looking?
Good. I just put the cream in it, so I'm gonna let that warm up a little bit, and then we should be getting close.
If you guys remember, back at around episode 1 through 40, if Cole wanted a lid for a pot, he would just put another pan on the pot. Now he's all, "Where's my lid? I need my lid."
Oh yeah, because I'm about to have to go back.
The disrespect. Victoria says, "How are the potatoes? The potatoes should want to break down. That will add thickness to the soup." Yeah, so they're going right now.
I kind of pre-blanched them too, just in case.
As you should. Listen, what are you going to take forever with potatoes? Don't be ridiculous.
Right, it would take all fucking night.
I know. Yeah, that is one of the longer parts of it. But if you already pre-blanched them, they should be good. Essentially, once they're soft enough to put a fork through, you're good. You're done. Serge says, "Kind of think I'm past ginger. My hair grows in see-through, then dead blood cells add color." That is essentially, you may be some sort of chameleon, sir. I don't know. It's always like I always get weirded out knowing that like gingers go like they don't go gray, they just go white immediately. Which, like, I've met a lot of old people that are like white hair, and they're like, everyone calls them red, and I'm like, I don't get that because I'm Greek, so I'm like, that's weird. Why would you call him red? He's got clearly white hair. they're like, "Oh, he used to have really red hair." I'm like, "But he doesn't." I see. This is where I'm like, I don't know what I have, but I definitely have one of those acronyms or like autism or some shit. I mask very well though, so I
I
just lie.
mean, Bill Burr has some graying going on in his
Oh,
beard.
he's got 2 white stripes, doesn't he? Serge says, "Yep, I'm going white slowly."
Might be
Yeah, I
right.
mean, it happens, but like realistically, you do have a majestic beard, so it's like, you know, if anyone says anything, just cut their face. That's fine. They deserve it. It's totally reasonable.
Do they die sooner, genders? I hope so.
I don't think so.
Damn it.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think. I don't. You know what? Let's use the Joogle. All
The
right.
jugal.
Well, they proved that a Cobb salad doesn't have steak, so I'm trusting Google.
I don't
What
trust it at all.
hair color lives longest?
What hair color lives longest? I
So,
don't think you're gonna get the right answer.
well, interesting. So, dark hair colors like deep blacks, espresso browns, or blue blacks generally fade the slowest. These shades tend to hold the color longer because the pigment penetrates deeper into their hair shaft.
That's not
Conversely,
the
lighter
question we were
color.
wondering.
Yeah, I know. What hair color people?
Yeah, this is a thick soup. It's got a lot of shit in it.
It does. It's very good. Nope, there is no definitive link between hair color and lifespan.
That's just because nobody's looked into it yet.
No, it says studies on longevity and hair research, like the Copenhagen City Heart Study, has investigated the relationship between hair color, baldness, and lifespan and found no significant association.
Oh yeah, because we're gonna trust the Germans.
Copenhagen is not German.
Yes, it is.
It is the capital of Denmark. So no. I mean, it is.
And
It is.
what's the difference?
It is the other white European, which we assume is German, but you know.
What about?
No.
Well, there's the English. They're European. Surprisingly.
Yeah, but they're like pretend European now. They're not even in the Union. Bunch of dirty bastards.
All right, I'm gonna take a picture of this real quick.
Please do. All right.
I'll be right back.
All right. So we are just okay. Yeah, there's your face. Hello. There you go. Oh, he's gone. Welcome. It's just you and me. Everything's fine. Just calm down. I can solve all your problems. Just send me a super chat. No, that's ridiculous. Can you imagine if I was one of those people where I'm like, send me a super chat and I'll solve your problems? I'm not sure if that was Irish or Jamaican. One of the two. The South will rise again, man. Hey guys, if you guys have any ideas with regards to things we might want to cook, please let us know. So we have grits is definitely on the table. We might be doing a potato feast just to enrage Cole. Also a good idea. But yeah, grits is a good idea. I feel like we need something for spring, something that'll pop. Maybe a fancy salad of some sort. I'm not sure. But if you guys have any ideas, please let me know. Because I love, number one, messing with Cole. That's for sure. But number two, traditionally, I do enjoy doing new stuff. So please make sure you let us know if there's any sort of dishes you want us to do, because that gives us some ideas. Because a lot of the time we're just kind of making whatever we can make, right? But let me see here. There, I'm just loading up the pictures, so bear with me, everyone. There's a ton of food pictures on this thing, so
I can hear everything you're saying too. By the way,
that's fine.
this is you messing with Cole and shit. Fuck you.
I do love messing with you. There's because I'm bigger than you, and you're like fuck you, and you're like
We're the same size, bro.
we're not. Okay, so here's the pictures, everyone. It looks pretty fucking. It looks like a very hearty soup. Tell me. Let's get some feedback,
That's,
sir.
that's fucking delicious.
I know, right? Even you
It's
got
so
some on your.
hot that the cracker melts.
That it means is good. So tell Cole to make gimbap. I don't know what gimbap is, Victoria. Why
That
are you?
sounds like something that Quentin Tarantino played in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Gimbap. That's absolutely not, Victoria. Why?
What
Victoria,
is it?
see, you know what? This is the thing. Is you know when at the end of Super
What is
Troopers,
it?
do you remember the end of Super Troopers?
No,
Where they catch the kids, they pretend like they're gonna sell them beer, and they're like, "We lost a
I've
job."
never watched the movie.
I will punch you right in the face. So
I saw the first 15 minutes. I got all the way to Write Me Out. I was like, this is dumb. I turned it off.
you're a bad person, just so you know. Anyways, for
Didn't like
everyone
it.
else who's watched Super Troopers, you remember how Farva throws the fire hydrant or the fire extinguisher, which you're like, that's too much, right? In the same sense, Victoria is like, I'm like, hey, give us some ideas. She's like, I will give you what looks like a variable entire meal inside of a sushi roll. No, absolutely not, Victoria. That's crazy. The Korean sushi roll made with cooked ingredients mostly. No, I feel the need for more speed. Fair. That is reasonable. So we have successfully
Smoking the
made.
Reaper.
It's a great movie, sir. And the fact that you don't like it is you're the problem.
So bad. Probably. I'll accept that 'cause I don't like Star Wars or Harry Potter or anything either. So
I think you just don't
it's
like people
probably me.
being happy. You don't like
It
people who
might
are
be.
happy.
It might be that. It
You're
might be
very.
that. I just no, because like I want to like it, and I watch it. I'm like, so when's the good part happen?
I'll tell you, for Star Wars, it was 30 years later when you saw Darth Vader get into that hallway and fuck a bunch of people up with
That
his
was
fucking
pretty
magic
cool.
rock.
Rogue One was dope. I ain't gonna lie. That was the good one. That was the best
It's
Star Wars movie
100%.
ever.
Anyone that questioned me, I'm like, listen, it answered more questions than brought up, and you got
That's
to see
what we
Darth
need.
Vader
What
own some shit.
you want to stop pissing off the Star Wars fans? Make a fucking legit good. Don't fuck
Yeah,
it up. But make a good Darth Vader TV show,
absolutely. If
like where
you
he's
like,
hunting the Jedi. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
there was a
before A New Hope, but after obviously Revenge of the Sith.
so
Somewhere in there.
there's a short series like the Life of Darth Vader comic book where they shoot him down. So he's doing some recon on a planet, and randomly they shoot him down. So he lands, and then he finds out like this is like the main planet where the rebels have all their shit.
Oh,
And they're like, so they turn their guns and they're like, ha, we got you. He's like, nah, bitch, I got you. And then
it's
proceeds
fucking
to
Darth Vader.
fucking destroy everything. And you're like, bro, that's the greatest shit I've ever seen. Like, I want
He
that movie.
caught he caught a fucking spaceship.
Fucking Darth Vader, bro. That's like, okay. Here, cops in my area will pull me over just to chat me up because of boredom. I mean, that's not the worst case scenario. Interestingly enough, the cops may pull Cole over out of boredom, but then they're like, we're gonna give you a ticket anyway. He's like, no, why? That's just his life. But anyways,
There was this one cop down in my hometown when I was like 18, 19 years old, who pulled me over like 4 times. And then come to find out he ended up dating my mom. So I think he was trying to set that up. So I'm like, this motherfucker.
I would beat
Actually,
him.
I don't think he knew I was. I don't think he knew I was her son because he looked shocked.
If I'll tell you this much, if a cop that pulled me over tried to pick up my mom for a date, no one's leaving the house.
Well, now he didn't bother me, so I looked at it.
Fair enough. All right. Well, everyone, you need to.
That's when I was doing drugs too, because you were always pulling me over. Are you doing drugs? And I'm like, no.
At one point, I was the guy launching police boats when they needed it. I mean, that is fun. Victoria says, you need to show some cleave. No, Victoria, that's called sexism. How dare you? How dare you?
It's called a double standard, is what that is.
100%. So, everyone, this has been Leek Bacon and Potato Soup. It turned out delicious. Victoria definitely knows what he's doing. I am in. Okay, Rock Bottom Podcast, which is Ray, go fuck yourself. Says, I'm in Richmond, VA tomorrow afternoon, 2 shows. They'll both suck. I'm sure they will, Ray. Go fuck yourself. How about that? What a twat. Coming in right at the end to be like, I'm going to add my stuff.
Ray,
Fucking
come on the show. Come on the show, please. Please come on the show.
Bro, you won't survive. Just so you know, Ray, you may think you're funny. You have no idea what
so much fun.
Hey,
so much fun.
Not only do you have to come on, you also have to cook. It's going to be your recipe.
Oh, we got to make him cook.
I'm going to roast you. Put your money where your mouth. If you want to
advertise, New York City. You don't know how to cook.
Yeah, if you want to advertise your shows on our show, you need to come here and entertain shit. Fucking what a bitch ass. Anyways, everyone, this has been Hammered and Cheese. Please like and subscribe. Tell your loved ones. Tell your enemies. We'll happily roast them if you give us a super chat. That's without any sort of. We have no scruples. We are for sale in every way, shape, or form. I'm technically the gigolo.
If you really want to.
Yeah, that's 100% true. We'll start a Patreon. Just dick pics. The whole thing. Our own. It's fine. That is factual. So, anyways, everyone, have a wonderful rest of your evening. And I'm going to be back tomorrow for Generation Dan at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time. But Pacific Time isn't a real thing. That's fine.
That is real specific.
And then Monday, we're back with Life and Giants. So, yeah, we will see you guys then. Stay tuned. Be well. Enjoy some soup.